Are well and truly underway after a wild card weekend. 6 teams are going home early. 2 teams looked like they should have left before the fourth quarter. But it is all leading up to one team taking home the Lombardi Trophy. My name is Kad, and all the charges have been dropped. Turns out I didn't have the sniffles from Colombian spice, Mr. Holm, or Bolivian marching powder. I did just have the flu, but I'm cured now. And very eager to talk football with my friend Hulmy. Mate, how are you? Happy New Year.
Don't lie to the people. I know you bribed a few people to get out of there. The stories are true. I saw something on news.com, I'm pretty sure.
News.com, reliable source.
Yeah, Onside punt host caught up in controversy.
Well, they took what I'm most known for. That's fantastic.
I'm good. You missed a cracking episode last week.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I got to listen, and thanks for the fill-in. Was it G who came in?
G who jumped on. Yep, he only recorded it 4 times, so good on him. Yep, Cad's already mocked me once already about
we are recording. I can tell you that.
I got a call from Bangers as well saying, "Oh, you did it to someone else. Well done." So it's fair and even. I
think it's very good of you, Just get a couple warm-ups in for the guys, and they came out perfectly.
Yeah. So you better tell the people. How was your New Year's, Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. So I wasn't anywhere near Colombia, despite false reports from news.com. I was in Japan.
There was a lot of white powder, though.
There was, because it was snowing in Hokkaido. I very lucky, went to Japan. Trip was fantastic. We mainly went back for the food, and that never disappoints. But I was lucky enough, homie, to speak with a few locals when I was there. And what surprised me, and I think will surprise a lot of you, is there's like a secret society of American football fans in Japan.
I assume this because we obviously share the Onside Punt account, because my algorithm started sharing Japanese people watching NFL. And I'm like, this is a bit weird. Where is this subculture come from?
So, look, there was a few things. I just wanted to note these down to talk to you about. First thing that kind of caught my eye was something popped up on Instagram about the Tokyo Philly fan. Now, there is this guy who has his own, what are they called? The Philly, the burgers. What are the sandwiches called?
Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteaks, yeah.
Yep.
He's got his own Philly cheesesteak store in Tokyo. He is an obsessive fan of not only the city of Philadelphia, but therefore the Philadelphia Eagles. He's taken our kind of dream, homie, where because of the time zone in Japan, the games start at 3 a.m. or prime times at 10 a.m. He'll open his shop only for Eagles games and Philly cheesesteaks. And it's like a $10 cover charge, but you come in and you can just watch the game and get cheesesteaks.
Is this our egg and bacon?
This is our egg and bacon roll. This is our brekkie.
My God, someone's got it going. Oh,
yeah, that's
brilliant.
I follow him on Instagram now. I didn't get to go. That was a real shame. But I wasn't, an Eagles fan. I feel he looked diehard enough that he wouldn't have let me in unless you went for the Eagles.
Yeah, and so you probably have to get a tattoo of the eagle before you can come in.
Yeah,
all right,
much.
Quiz. What is our song?
Fly, Eagles
fly. Pretty
That's
easy,
all I know.
Okay, second question. Will we bomb out of the wild card? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, you will.
So that was interesting. I was like, that's really strange. Maybe that's just like a one-off thing, right? And then I was sitting at a bar and I had one of your presents in my hand. And I told you, I was trying to find you a gift that was, nuanced or niche or whatever. And we looked at football cards, but they were all in English. They were like the American cards. So I couldn't find any Japanese ones. And then I found out that there was a manga series that's American football. Now, it is all in Japanese, so you won't be able to read it. Neither can I.
Couldn't read it if it was English, so this is good.
But it's a really popular series all about like a high school football team in Japan.
Get out.
And so I was like, this is really cool. So I had a look through this, and I was flicking through it at the bar because I got myself a copy as well. And one of the guys next to me, big fella, who's Japanese, and he goes, "Oh, do you like this manga?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've just heard of it, but I'm a really big fan of American football." He goes, "Nice, I play American football." And I was like, "No way." He goes, "Yeah, I'm a tight end." I was like, "Okay." So he starts telling me about this manga also has an anime as well. If you have Crunchyroll, the subscription, which I'm going to check it out because I think that could be epic. He said it's really good. And I said, did it get a lot more popular here once the anime and manga came out? And he said, yeah, it got really, really popular because it was a popular show. Then I go on to find out they have the largest American football league in college outside of the US and Canada. They have 4 divisions in the Kansai region alone. They have cheerleaders, they have brass bands, they have trading cards of their college players. Like, it's a massive thing there.
God, you've unlocked something.
Yeah.
You love Japan. You love American football. Now you combine the two. Oh my God, why have we been trying to go to the States all this time when we could be just ducking over to Japan?
Yeah.
Watch it. Because I did, there was a college guy trying to make it in the college system, and they had a documentary on him, and he was from Japan, but he was an ex-sumo wrestler. So I thought it was like a novelty, but maybe there's more to it than I actually originally thought.
That's what I thought with the Philly guy. And I was like, oh, this is just like a one-off kind of thing, but it's a massive culture. I looked up the history of it. Apparently it dates back to like the 90s when missionaries from America came over and they introduced the game. It was an collegiate game that they started, and it's boomed since the 80s once NFL started broadcasting there.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well done. Good research.
Yeah, that's my journalistic.
Well done. Oh, I love it. This is great. It's I guess because, they've got quite a big rugby following. Rugby union.
Sevens team's really good.
Sevens is big as well, and they always go quite well in the World Cup there. So maybe you look out for them in the flag football in the Olympics.
And I think like the assumption you'd have is, the Japanese people generally might be slighter, or, they might not have the figure to do it. But the tight end that was sitting next to me, I could probably put him in the O-line or the D-line. I mean, this guy was a bit of a monster truck. I'm
going to put myself in your shoes now. And when he was like, I'm a tight end, did you have the little thing of being, prove it? Run at me.
Run some routes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. That didn't cross my mind for a second.
How are you going to really know if there's a culture there unless you gore him with your head?
I found as much culture as I needed. I was sitting next to a Japanese-American football player, and I had a whiskey highball in my head. I was happy.
You can find them, Kad. You can find them. You should be a real journalist, with this kind of coverage.
Kadison News, I think I told my parents I wanted to be a journalist when I was growing up, and they said, with the last name News, I don't think it's going to work out.
How would it not work? That's the bigger question.
Exactly.
I think it's time to change it. We'll even change this show.
Japanese Football League.
Okay.
Off-season Japanese intercollegiate football, I reckon. That's what we're going to do.
I feel like this could be a little doco. Maybe we'll have to invest in a camera. But the problem is one of us would have to edit the videos, and we both don't seem to do very well on the socials. So maybe we could film it, and then it lives in the archives forever.
There you go. Coming 2030, there'll be a documentary from
and we're like, oh, we met that guy.
I'll have to go back and find him. God, what a pain.
Yeah.
In that same
I like it. This is very exciting.
And how was your New Year's, mate? Like, I'm sure you talked about it last week. New Year's, Christmas, how was it with the family?
I actually don't think I did talk about it because I did nothing. So I would have skipped over it. And I've got actually a burning question for you. Like, how long can you, do you have to say Happy New Year's? Because obviously,
when is it off the table?
Because I was like straight back to work, and I was done by the 5th. Like, I was like, people were saying Happy New Year's, and I was saying, get it, like, whatever.
I reckon if I'm being relaxed about it, probably this will come out in the 14th. So I think from the 15th, it has to be the first kind of 2 weeks of January, and then it's done. Yeah, it's over.
If you start saying it later than the 15th, it tells me that you've been on extended leave, and I hate you.
It's a bit arrogant, actually, from February. If you come back in February and you're like,
Happy New Year. Yeah, you haven't been here, have you? You haven't been here. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just that you're so crushed to be back at the office, and someone comes in all cheery and says, well, how was your Christmas? And you're angry.
Mate. It wipes off really quickly, Kad. All the joy, all the happiness, it wipes away really quickly. But the one thing, at least our office, we have, been putting the NFL on in the office.
That's a huge development, man. Congratulations.
It's been really good. Except, we get a lot of questions, and it's fun to answer them. But then you get a game like today, and people are like, you like this game?
I don't like this game.
Not this one. Wait for a good one. If I could take you back to Sunday, we'd be really happy.
I think it really did go downhill gradually. Before we get to the games, Hulmy, let's have a little bit of that coaches chat that I missed out on so angrily last week, because it looks so juicy. I wanted to talk coaches, and luckily one team held out. Just held on to drop their coach after
the whole segment nearly got wiped out. We were in a rush to get it out, but it was like, any more? One more.
One more came, and we were waiting for it. We talked about it a fair amount. Mike McDaniels, head coach of the Dolphins, has been walked effectively, Hulmy. I kind of saw this, and this is just maybe out of rumors and everything online, but they kind of insinuated that when John Harbaugh got let go, that the Dolphins were like, wait a minute, John Harbaugh's on the table. Yeah, Mike, get the hell out of here. That was the insinuation. How much of that do you think is true? Do you think they're really gunning for it? Because that's a ridiculous kind of premise.
Well, I've actually got some NFL news on the TV at the moment, and it says Dolphins to hire John Eric went away.
Oh, it's the GM. It's the GM.
Yeah, it's the GM.
Yeah,
okay,
the GM.
Okay. So I was like, that was a terrible idea. It doesn't have any merit at all. Okay, GM sorted. Yeah. So they both went, GM and head coach.
Yeah,
okay.
GM and head coach. They did full house. Yeah.
I don't agree. It's kind of like dating when you've got finding a new partner when you've got one already.
Yeah.
It's like
I know what you mean. It's literally like looking for quitting your job before getting another one. Like
it's like a bit of a rock jumper. It's like no, have the confidence to go, we're done here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find the best available.
Something better will come. I think that might be the more mature way to look at it. Is the coaching market has never been hotter. Like there are so many coaches in circulation. If you were going to oust your coach now and jump in the pool now while everyone's kind of interviewing, and if you think you've got something to offer, then 100% do it now. Don't do it next year when there's like Kevin Stefanski still looking for a head coaching role, and you're like, well, I guess we have to take the only guy here. Maybe that's probably a bit more open for him.
Yeah, I think if the Dolphins, the writing was on the wall. Like he was defeated during the season. Like some of those post-match interviews were very upsetting. Like that was sad.
It wasn't fun, Mike McDaniels.
He really lost his shine, and it was like better for it. I don't know, will he? I don't see him getting on the carousel for some reason.
Well, like this, that's also what I'm saying is he's not getting on the head coaching carousel. The first post I saw was, you know what would be good? Mike McDaniels as the offensive coach for, I know the Chargers are potentially looking. Everyone's kind of blaming Greg Roman at the moment. But they're kind of saying Mike McDaniels will be an offensive coordinator, not a head coach.
That's where you have fun. So it's that's the job that gives you the most fun, does it? Because he needs to find his spark, but I don't think the Chargers lineup would be giving him that spark straight away. Not
at all. And in fact, I don't know. He makes me nervous as a play caller generally. And I don't see him and Jim, like I don't know if him and Jim Harbaugh match. I don't know. I don't know who matches with Mike McDaniels. It might be a little bit weird for him not to be the boss, but I think maybe he needs that to get the spark back, as you say.
He wouldn't surprise me if he sort of slid away and came back in 12 months. Like
could be a college coach, or
college would be good. Yeah, that's gearing up. We're actually, I need you back for that. Actually, we'll talk about that in a bit. Actually, remind me where we're up to in the college system, because
I can tell you all we're talking about is Fernando. That's all we're talking about. Fernando, not the ABBA song. The Hoosiers quarterback, who's the talk of the town and the Raiders camp at the moment. With the coaching, Hulmy, did you have anyone or hear anything in the last week of where you like people? Because I know John Harbaugh's just had his first interview, I think, at the Falcons. He was actually at the facility, I think, today or yesterday. He's on the phone with everyone else. But is there somewhere that you're liking certain coaches at the moment?
Yeah, I've sort of categorized them a little bit. I think ready-made teams, like the Falcons, ready-made.
Yeah.
You want an experienced coach.
Yeah.
I think John Harbaugh is a perfect fit for them. It would make me laugh if he gets to a playoff and they same sort of chaos, dropping the ball and stuff to get knocked out. I just think that'd be Kevin Stefanski would be good at that kind of list as well. I'd love to see him at a list that is.
I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah.
You know, it's been such a long time since we've been able to see him coach a proper squad. So I'm intrigued. I like that.
Even an Arizona Cardinals, I could see him at. I think there's enough there that he could get going. Might be a harder gig, but I think that could. I don't think.
Do you want to give him another slack quarterback?
Yeah, if they could get someone for him though, I think it's enough. Like it's a better list overall. I think there's enough on defense to get them going. I think again they will be looking for an experienced coach. The Tennessee Titans, I'm getting confused by. I don't know what they're going to look for.
I don't know. I have no idea how you shop that around. Like, are you able to get a veteran? Are you able to sell that job to an experienced coach? I don't think so, but maybe someone gets the opportunity to go ground up. But This is the same kind of ownership that fired Vrabel.
Yeah.
And that I don't like that at all.
Yeah, so if I'm just looking at the carousel, it's like there's I can see where they're going to land, but I think there's a little bit to play out. There's a few names floating around, like Matt Ryan at the Falcons as well. There's a few offensive coaches.
What's he? President of football, I think is the
new
title
name.
he got. I don't know what that means, but he's the president of football.
I think the decision falls to him. Maybe that's where it goes. I thought he was actually coaching. I misspoke last week with Drew, but they just kept saying Matt Ryan at the Falcons. Yeah. I do have one for you, and hopefully I didn't skip too far ahead here, but
no, it's all right.
The Steelers have bombed out, and I was starting to think, and I was like thinking about the coaches, and I thought, Tomlin, I think your time should be up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they need I've been asking for them to go to the bottom of the barrel, but as long as Tomlin's there, they're not going to go to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And I thought, shop around Tomlin. And then I thought, shop around. And then I thought, go to the Ravens. Go take the Ravens list, Tomlin. I think it could be a lot of fun.
I really like this perspective. I hadn't considered it before. The fact that it's on Tomlin. You have the power to go shop around. I don't know if he's under contract or he can leave whenever he wants, but it's kind of a nice idea that he goes.
Because he was running on ones. He was running one, so I assume he's on a one again.
But let's say he's running on the one, and he goes, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get the call here. Hit the market and say, hey, because who are the Ravens looking at that's more experienced than John Harbaugh?
Don't know.
That's not really. They're in the weirdest position of all.
Yeah, they're the hardest one to take up. They need experience, and there's not really many available.
And then he goes, "Hey, look, got the boys in the playoffs. You've seen my win record. Is that good enough? Maybe I don't know if that's aggressive enough for the Ravens. I think their whole problem is they're trying to stop getting into the playoffs and losing in the first round. But it is a very appealing take. I really like that.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but I was like, I think I've cracked it.
Yeah, no, I think you have. Like there was kind of a thought that I had at week 18, and when I was away, obviously we're all on break, but when that Steelers Ravens game happened. And the kick either would have missed or it went in. And obviously it missed. Therefore, the Ravens lost. The Ravens coach gets fired. That kick goes in. Maybe John Harbaugh actually keeps his job. Maybe he managed to get them to the playoffs, and that's all right. And maybe then that shines the light on Tomlin. And I saw a lot of people saying that kick determined which coach got fired this week. Do you think he's on thin ice? Like Tomlin
I saw a funny image where it was the goalpost, and then the left-hand side was Tomlin, the middle was Jim Harbaugh. It was like wherever it landed, wherever it hit, that was where you got fired.
Coach is getting fired, yeah.
The problem I have with the Steelers is they just consistently get to this point and they're done. That they've got a natural ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't think Tomlin can take them further. And if the organization is strong enough, I think they should move on from him. But I don't think they will.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, Tomlin, go be active and see if you can shop yourself around and fix both of your problems.
Yeah.
Let him go rebuild. I don't know, Rodgers, is he coming back?
I was going to wait to talk to you about that, but yeah, hell, we'll talk about it now. We make the rules.
It kind of soaks into this little conversation a little bit, but
because Dad messaged me today at the end of the game and said, "What do you think the Steelers do? Do they sell out, or do they do the rebuild, or they stick around? Like, what's the go?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel the same as you, where I've seen reports, and I think they'd keep Tomlin. They'd want to keep Tomlin, but I've seen reports that they said, "Hey, if Rodgers wants to stick around again, we'd take him." So I was like, that's annoying that they probably likely would take Rodgers again. Today, watching Rodgers get absolutely beaten to a pulp for the 19th time this week, I don't know. Can he do it? Can he muster it up at 42?
Yeah, but what's next though? It's like Metcalf did nothing.
Yeah,
it was a big acquisition for them. Rodgers, like what? Kirk Cousins coming? Like what? We had Russell last year. We've had Aaron Rodgers this year. You're now gonna go like, I don't know.
The only option is sell. Like, in my mind, the only correct option is sell, trade, and rebuild. Like,
yeah, but I just don't think Tomlin's almost too good a coach for that. That's the problem with him, and I was like, that's why I piss him off.
yeah, that's true. Be like, mate, don't waste your talents on a rebuild. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's he'll kind of bleeds the stone a bit too much. I'm like, you need a list that's going to drop off a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, hold on to Rodgers, give him another year, let him get built up a bit more, and then get yourself a number 1 draft pick. But I think it's a curious position for the Steelers, and I think it's even more curious that their biggest opponent in the Ravens are shopping at the moment too.
Yeah, maybe they see this as an opportunity, which they shouldn't, that they go, hey, look, we won the division this year with Rodgers and a beat-up team. Imagine if we really try this year. Like, that's what I'm concerned is what they're going to think. Don't do it, Steelers. Take the opportunity to go and figure something else out. The Browns are looking for a new coach right now. The Ravens are looking for a new coach right now. And who's the other team in that division? The Bengals are trying to figure out what the hell what's going on over there. Yeah.
They're going to find a defense, so they'll be doing sell them your defense for a couple of years. You'll be fine.
Was it the first season of this podcast? I think like 3 years ago, they were like, wow, the AFC North's fantastic. And then now it's just in shambles. I
must say, it has been wonderful this year to have I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, how fresh it is.
It's
there's a part of me that I was excited that the Eagles left.
Yeah, me too.
Like, okay,
I was so fine with that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, who have we got left? Let's let me check. Seahawks, Niners, Broncos, Bills, Pats, Texans, Bears, Rams. Ooh, that's fresh.
It's fresh. Yeah.
Get rid of the Niners and the Rams, and I've got a fresh slate. That is all fresh to me. That is going to be nice. But it's just so exciting to see something different for us.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. We were just talking off air about how many episodes we've got left in the season and what are we going to do for gap week between the conference and the Super Bowl. And I think we found our answer, which is a full review of the year. Obviously, we'll do our headlines. We'll look back on everything. And I think it's going to be the weirdest.
That's when we do the Onside Punt Awards. We've missed out on that a few years. We've been slack. Let's do some Onside Punt Awards.
Yeah.
Maybe I might even put something on social and let people tell us as well.
You
they can hand out an award as well.
Twice in 1 week.
I know, Kad. I don't know. Since you've been away, I've put up 4 posts. I feel so proud of myself. No videos. I couldn't be bothered, but just a few posts letting people know about the platform. Yeah. We're going good. No, we're going really good. We've got to get ready for next year, the Super Bowl. I mean, for the game in Melbourne.
That's true.
Get our socials pumping.
All right. Take a quick break. That's the train. It's telling us, Hulmy, we're going to move on to the next segment.
Go.
All righty. Let's get to the games, Hulmy. I thought we can spend as much or as little time as we want on these games. I think we're going to have some feelings towards the end, but we're going to go in chronological order of how they played out. Let's kick it off. I wanted to start off with this, Hulmy, to show how kind of nuts the start to this weekend was. For the first 3 games of the playoffs this week, every team winning at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter went on to lose that game.
Sucked it.
That was not the sentiments I was feeling when the Panthers went down to the Rams, though, 34-31.
I must say, I'm hurting a bit this week, Kad. I haven't done a welfare check for you and I. My 2 loves of the year, 3 loves actually. The Panthers. We'll start with them. What a great showing! This is how you lose, though. Yeah, this is how you lose. Fearless and fun. They put it on the 10. I don't know if you knew this, but 10-point spread they gave the Rams.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah. Very
rude. I was uncomfortable. I
would have put a 10-point spread on anyone coming out of the NFC.
We haven't seen that all season. You didn't even give that to the Raiders when they were getting pumped, a 10-point spread. And I said to Jihu, load up. Because I'm not gambling it. I'm not gambling, but I said, Jihu, you're my man. Yeah. He's my bookie.
Yeah, he's your bookie. Right.
Yeah. I said, load up on this. I wasn't that confident, but I did say this is ridiculous that they're giving a 10-point spread.
Yeah.
The game opened up and everyone looked right. They jumped out to a lead, the Rams, and it looked like they were running away with this. But the Panthers, what a fight back. What a performance.
It was at points, in fact, my whole memory of the game, we look back on it, it's like the Panthers deserve to be there, 100%. In fact, more than many of the AFC teams we've seen play at the end of this week. I did go back and kind of look at the stats, though, and saw Bryce Young had about a 50% completion rate. And I was like, yeah, that's right. This game was kind of messy. I think Matt Stafford had such a struggle in this match. He did not look right. Thank God he had Puka Nacua, who I thought was an absolute hero.
God, that guy's unbelievable. He is unbelievable.
You rarely see someone as a wide receiver carry the quarterback consistently. It happens, but it was just such a showing from Puka to keep it safe. In terms of drama, though, Hulmy, do you think it kind of adds to it that, Rams have been a favorite since mid-season? And then the fact that the Panthers of all teams kind of gave him a little bit of a shake in week 1. Do you think it adds to the drama of all the playoffs?
Yeah, because I think wildcard weekend, you are looking for an upset. I came into this like, come on, upset.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Come on, create the chaos. And to lead off with the Panthers just gave everyone that hope. It's like, oh, no, anything can be done. Anything can happen. And I just left that game. No, I still think the Panthers won.
Yeah,
like there was a
victory for them. Hugely.
There's a few of these games we'll talk about, and I'm like, I get confused who made it through because I'm like, in my heart, I think the Panthers won, but truly the Rams went through. But crazy game, good way to kick us off, and we're away, playoffs away.
100%. I'm really hoping the Panthers then next year kind of build on this. You know, they don't just go back into the toilet of the NFC South and everyone just mixes and rejumbles who's good and who's bad, and no one seemingly develops structured in that division. I hope the Panthers, they seem to take big leaps this year, so let's hope that keeps going. Then we jump on to later that day, which was an absolute delight on a Sunday. The Bears.
You didn't think it could get better, and then
my God, did you?
Yeah. So I had Pearson over. We were watching the game together.
Yep.
Let's just say we were chatting the whole first half because there was not much happening. The Packers were in full control. It looked to be done. 21-6 they led by.
Yeah.
How did the Bears win this?
I got off the couch. Like, I didn't turn it off, but I got off the couch and I was like, well, I'm going to start like cooking or doing some stuff kind of around, and I'll keep an eye on it. And then I turn around and I was like, wait, this is a game. This is an actual game.
The thing I forgot to mention this earlier. The thing I love about playoffs, which people aren't aware of, is it flips the script on the regular season. So things you knew about the teams doesn't always become the playoffs team. And the other thing is stars blossom.
Yeah.
Like it's like Jalen Cocker for the Panthers.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
It's like this guy cooking. Yeah. And then Colston Loveland.
Yeah.
They literally, the commentary was saying it. They are throwing it to no one else.
Yeah.
He had like 7 receptions in a row. And we're all like, we know where it's going.
The Packers seemingly didn't figure that out, though, quite soon enough.
I was yelling, 84. I'm pretty sure it's 84.
Guys, he's over there. He's right behind you. This is the first playoff win in 15 years for the Bears, Hulmy, which is a cracking stat to see. I didn't talk to one person that wasn't going for the Bears. I feel there's this underdog spirit that everyone was loving. I wasn't quite aware about the beef between the head coaches specifically.
I don't think it's real. I really don't think it's real. It was a shitty handshake. Let's get like
it's
it was
more than
weird.
the handshake was funny, but that was just because old mate LaFleur blew him off last time. So
they
whatever.
Don't know each other though.
That's when I was like, when did this rivalry start, and who hates each other, and for what reason?
I think it kicked off early in the season because Ben Johnson was just saying stuff about that they had a beef, but no one, like they actually don't know each other.
It's unverified.
I think it just became this rolling sort of commentary that it's like, I think Ben Johnson created an enemy, and I think he must have known that they were going to meet at this point, and power to him because probably coach of the year now.
Yeah, hasn't even left the division he was dominating them in just one team ago. Creates beef again, lights a fire. I really enjoyed it. And one thing I want to see, Hulmy, is Matt LaFleur. Now, this kind of raises a question generally, and we're going to see this across the other teams that lost. Now, you asked the question, how okay is it to say Happy New Year further into the month?
Agree.
Now, at what point after the loss of the playoffs does your complaints about a coach continue to be legitimate, or are you just whinging after the loss? So Packers lost this one. The amount of Matt LaFleur hate I've seen online, the blaming him for the loss, all that anger. Is it legitimate that they really want him gone, or is this a tanty? Because we're seeing the same thing with the Chargers right now with the offensive coordinator as well.
Chargers got embarrassed.
Yeah.
The
We're
Packers,
used to it, though.
The Packers, the injuries they had at the back end of that season, like what they put out there was quite, like they went for it. They went for the win. You can't blame a coach for that.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't hold on, but they went for it. They got outdone on the day, though. It's a 1-score game. You can't critique when you've put it all out there and you just don't come up.
If we think about it, and I think you're right, I agree with you, especially in the singular game. If you think about it in a kind of a more macro sense of Packers fans expected to be up there with Jordan Love. Because what was it, 2-3 years ago, we started being like, oh, okay, yeah, they're on the track. This feels like a regression for them. I think it feels like a step backwards. I don't think firing the coach is exactly the best call, but do you think that that's maybe why they're viewing it?
Well, I think back to it. You triggered like a prediction back at the start of the year, and I said, I don't think the team will keep up with Jordan Love. I'm pretty sure I said that back at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They went and got Micah Parsons. They completed their list, and then injuries have brought them back down. And I think, again, yes, the list didn't keep up with Jordan Love, but we all knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that the list was going to have to step up,
mature and get there.
Yeah, and they ran out of legs. The Bears grew more than the Packers grew.
Yeah.
It's now for the coach to go away, see that, and then get them higher next year.
Yeah, I think it's too early. I think he's done a fairly good job with this team, so we'll have to see what he can pull out.
I don't understand that.
My phone wanted to get involved in the conversation.
We've got a third host.
I didn't understand it either.
You got to bring her in when we have any questions, mate. I didn't know there was just someone on hold for us this whole time.
I'm recording this.
All right. And also, last question. Do you think 3 quarters from the Bears, that first 3 quarters, enough to shake the rust off? Do you think we could see them settle into the playoffs?
No, because they've been playing one quarter the whole year. Like this, if anyone walks away thinking, no, they've got to put 4 quarters together. No, they put one the whole year. They'll continue it for the rest of the year. They wanted to get a good start to this game, and they didn't.
It's the opposite.
If you can't be ready for this game, you're not going to ever be ready. So let's expect 1 quarter for the rest of the season.
Okay, thank you, Hulmy. All right, let's move it on to the next day. You had to be up early to not miss this one.
I was
up a little early. Hulmy and I were messaging, and I said, I really don't want to get up that early to watch this game. I do really want to watch this game. And he goes, surely you'd be right. Maybe you joined at halftime. And I said, look, the last time I joined a Jags game at halftime during the playoffs, the Chargers lost. So I wasn't ready. But man, oh man, thank you, Josh Allen and the Bills, for getting it done, because this made me feel a little bit better about the weekend.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
I thought it could have.
The Jags. Good performance.
Good performance.
Good. I think, again, they'll be bitterly disappointed with losing this game. But the season, I think maybe in our award show, you might be able to give them 1 award, Kad, but they've had an outstanding season. And I'll play it if we can, the reporter's little thing after that's created controversy, weirdly.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? Let's get into
Let me just roll. I'll roll it now, and then you can. Then we can give it some context, because it's a bit of a stretch.
How you doing today? Lynn Jones, Jacksonville Free Press News. I just want to tell you congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank you.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank you.
You did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and ladies
you,
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you,
You keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate it.
Take care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped to come back.
So just to clarify what that was a journalist at the end of game press conference talking to the coach, Liam Cohen, and without asking him a question, just provided this really sweet statement of support for the team. Tell us, Hulmy, what the controversy is at the moment.
The controversy is that she didn't act like a reporter and became a fan.
Yeah.
And it's a grossly unfair critique of someone. Because I felt it. They got Josh Allen, and everyone's allowed to have a bit of emotion after being Josh Allen, because it evokes a lot of emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Lenny, beautiful words.
Yeah, I was interested in this one because I saw Dan Patrick, who's a longtime commentator, was talking about this, and he opened up kind of the controversy. He said it kind of, I think if everyone watches the first clip on his page, you'll be like, wow, what a dick. He comes back around. He basically said the same thing. Oh, in this society, we need to be asking questions. It's not very mature and blah, 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 blah. And you got to be a good journalist and that and that. And one point he made that I could kind of agree on is he said, as a journalist generally, he goes, I made the mistake of getting too close to players. And when I had to report on them negatively, things took a turn and they had like a much negative impact on his career. So that was his mistake. everything. But all the comments said, in the climate right now in America, that sort of compassion, kind of nice sentiment is exactly what's needed. It doesn't hurt anybody. There's literally biased broadcasts of every game. If you listen to the game on the radio in Jacksonville, it's by Jacksonville fans. If you go on the Jacksonville news website, it's by Jacksonville fans. Like there is a bias. It is very clear there. I think she is a part of the Associated Press, so it's a little different, but it's sport. Get over it. It was a nice comment. Who cares? Who cares?
But it's also like everything's like, I'm sure they're there for an hour or whatever they're there for in the press. Like,
every question's been asked.
The question after it. I'm sure she asked it. It's okay to say, like, congratulations, you've had a real good season. Like,
yeah.
I would be more upset if she went, why do you think you lost? Of course, we all just watch the game. Give him a moment of being like, shit, man, that was pretty good.
That sucks. Yeah,
that's pretty good
for you. And like, I think if you're a real Drags fan, you're feeling sad, you're feeling sorrowful. Suck it. But then you hear Lynn come in and say these words, you're going to feel heard and seen and accepted. I mean, if you're looking for a sports article and you go, well, this is very biased, you're going to pick that up right away. And maybe as a Jacksonville fan, you want answers. Someone else is going to ask that question. You can let this slide just once. And what are we worried about? An epidemic of niceties coming from the press?
Yeah, and I think with the playoffs, like, we're not doing questions and answers anymore because it's all answers.
Yeah.
You weren't good enough.
Exactly right.
It is no more than that. It's
the questions are for the off season.
Yeah.
Go that way.
He's about to head off. He's getting the shot of tequila. He's about to head off and have himself a good old time. He doesn't need a question about what do you think about the game.
Yeah.
He knows it. He saw it. He felt it. We all felt it. It was spectacular. Josh Allen, road victory, first of his career.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
Honestly, I think they should do what you and I do, Hulmy. It's kind of like with the Super Bowl episode. We know it's coming. We don't cover anything afterwards. If you lose, I think you should be able to just straight up leave the building. I think you shouldn't have to do a press conference at all.
Like, the only reason we've talked about a few teams since week 18 is because their coach got fired. If they didn't, like, we're not talking about any of them of that.
I don't care about their players. We don't care about contracts. Yeah.
They're dead to us until we do our preview of the changes after the draft. Like, they're not in the conversation.
Just go easy on them. Be a little bit more like Onside Punt, Associated Press and the rest of the world.
Yeah. So rude out there. Being so mean with your big, deep diving questions.
Yeah. I'd never be mean about a football team. All right. Let's talk about Hulmy. I've wanted Trevor Lawrence to be traded for a while. This is a quick segue.
I don't think you should want him to get traded personally because you love him on the Jags.
So, yeah, let's talk about it. So, it's not for the Jags to do better. It's for Trevor Lawrence to do better because I think I've kind of measured him weirdly with Herbert for a long time. They started at a similar time. They've had the same ups and downs. They've had coach firings, everything like that. I think he's really solid, and I've always wanted him to find another opportunity that's just better suited to him, like the Baker Mayfield thing. Like, just find somewhere that suits and fits you better. But the only thing stopping me now is Coach Cohen, and they seem to have something just cooking here. It's kind of, are we seeing this team grow into a team that can go the distance in the playoffs? They're in an easier div. Things are possible for them.
The sad reason for them leaving is because I still think they're the best team left in the competition. The ability for them to put in a rounded performance every week. There was very few weak points in this team. Their run defense was unbelievable in this game. They didn't let James Cook get off the ground. He's averaging 2.1 a run or something ridiculous. And just they had injuries throughout the seasons, but little players like Washington at wide receiver turns up looking spectacular. And I just think they got so much out of this list. Surely under a coach like that, they can just continue to grow and grow and grow.
This is year one. Year one under this coach. It's very impressive.
I think it was so impressive. It was the most outstanding. I'll give them an award for sure, but I walk away from the season sad for them, but happy that they've all met their quarterback now. They've caught up to him, not like the Green Bay. I think they're ready to go next year.
I think that's where my kind of general a lot of the hatred's been a lot of fun on the show, but generally where it all comes from is Trevor playing bloody tic-tac-toe with us in, am I going to be a good quarterback this year, or is my team going to be awful, or am I going to be awful? And if I see consistency next year, I'll take my foot off the gas. I'll 100% say that, because it's been so frustrating to watch Just be good or be bad. I don't know which one you are, Trevor. Pick a lane. And I think you're on the right track.
I think I mentioned it with Jihu last week, but do you know how sad I was that Travis Hunter was injured? Because this is his moment. This is the moment.
He hasn't done anything like all year, really. Like he's not.
He's been injured since week 5.
Yeah,
But it would have been. Imagine he could have done it, Kat. He could have intercepted. He could have scored. He could have done it. It could have been the moment. Let's see if he can do it for me next year.
If Travis Hunter ends up being all that he was cracked up to be at the draft, and we see him come through next year, that's pretty exciting to see him slot into this team at CB.
Yeah, but we said if you lose, you're dead.
Yep. Bye.
So let's have a little chat about the Bills. First road playoff win since 1992. First for Josh Allen.
First road playoff win since 92 for the Bills.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been the Achilles. It hasn't been the Chiefs. It's been the road. That's where they get unstuck.
Usually it's been against the Chiefs on the road as well. It doesn't help.
Does this give Josh Allen the best chance of winning a Super Bowl right now?
I mean, taking down the Jags, it was a big battle. And I think it was a good win that they eventually knocked over. I think if you heard Josh Allen in the locker room after the game, you can see how seriously they're taking this and how they know that they've really just done the bare minimum there to get rid of the Jags. He came in, their boys are all celebrating. He goes, oh, wait, pull your heads in. What we just did is earn the right to do it again. So we just earned the right to do it again next week. Get focused because you've got the Pats to knock out and the Broncos to knock out. Broncos, I'm hearing a lot of, doubt in that team. The Pats at the moment are their biggest competition, homie. That's who I'm scared of them coming up against. It's as good of odds as they've ever had, but it's not simple. It's definitely not simple, and I don't feel confident about it.
That's the beauty. It ain't simple.
So good.
But he's at least he's elastic. You can't beat him up anymore, can you?
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic for sure.
Oh, my God. This week was definitely a quarterback beat-up week.
Oh,
my gosh.
Grimaced. I don't know if they turned up the mics that they pointed how they pointed at the kind of the pack. The helmet clashing I heard this week, the pad-on-pad contact, the crunch.
The crowds as well. So loud.
It was
so loud.
Crazy. And Josh, man, I mean, it's not... You can't get Josh Allen without him being that type of guy. Like, he's insane.
Josh Allen.
Oh, I love that, man. I'm excited by it, homie, but I think we'll hold our thoughts on the Bills to the preview. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do that. All right, let's talk about the big news here, homie. And it is the reigning Super Bowl champions knocked out in the wild cards by Brock Purdy and the 49ers, 23-19.
No, it's just Brock Purdy.
It's just Brock.
There's no one else left on this 49ers team. There is no one.
I saw the stat today that I think one of the kind of data collection websites, not PFF, one of the other ones, over the cap. And they were showing the amount of money that is currently sitting on IR for the 49ers is the most in the entire league. And yet they still managed to get this done. Kittle going down, homie. Heartbreaking for the team.
And Achilles.
You watched it snap too.
Not even doesn't even give you a chance of. It's real dirty, actually.
Yeah.
Big. We've been saying it the whole season. When are they going to drop off? When are they going to drop off? The injuries are too much. They're too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, can they handle another one? George Kittle. I think Trent Williams might have got injured again as well. Mm-hmm. He played, but then I think I saw him hobbling at one point. I just don't know how they can sustain this. Congratulations for getting the win. Congratulations for breaking up the Eagles in more ways than one.
I would never have predicted that Robert Saleh was going to be the hero of the playoffs because he's the defensive coordinator. And the game wrapped up and the cameras go to him. The commentators go, great win by Robert Saleh in the defense. I'm like, sorry, where's the head coach?
I honestly think if people new to the game would think Robert Saleh is the head coach.
Was the head coach.
The amount of airtime he gets compared to the actual head coach is unbelievable.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm all for it. I mean, you come out of coaching for the Jets and getting kicked in the shins for an entire season and you're getting the credit now? Fantastic. Go Saleh, go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what do they have left? Can they muster up another win, homie?
Yeah, I struggle to look towards next week. I want to sit in their glory. I think this might have been their grand final I do worry that that might be the problem here.
It's the irony as well, right? Like if Brock Purdy went out, they have another one. Like they've just got Mac Jones sitting there. They've got Brock Purdy the second hanging in the wings. But they can afford to lose a quarterback. They can't afford to lose anyone else on that field.
They let Jennings have a crack at quarterback.
Oh, my God. Yeah. It wasn't that fantastic.
I always love when Jennings gets on the screen and does something because I always get a message of like, that guy's a jerk.
Yeah.
Someone always DMs me and says, hate that guy.
Well, I saw Christian McCaffrey talking about it and he goes, usually when I'm playing, I don't have to think much. You know, I just I'm on my route and I catch the ball and that's pretty much it. With Jennings, I had to think a lot. Like I really had to think.
He was watching it really hard. Wasn't
it was
he?
a wooden duck, absolutely flailing through, but a cracking touchdown. And I think I can't remember what record it is. But Jennings somehow broke Peyton Manning's record.
Yeah,
for a completion percentage.
I think it was passer rating or something because he has two passes, 2 completions or something in the playoffs. 100% efficiency. A bit dirty on that one. I'm a bit dirty.
I think it's good fun, but let's talk about the team we're saying goodbye to. The Eagles, Hulmy, pretty upsetting for Philly, and they looked pretty upset on the sideline. We saw AJ Brown getting torn apart from Nick Sirianni by Big Dom. Good to see Big Dom making another appearance in the playoffs. AJ Brown, everyone thinks he's going to get signed. I think he looked pretty good as a Cowboy, Hulmy. What do you think?
Beg your pardon?
AJ
Brown.
I
wasn't expecting that question.
Yeah, I reckon
what did you just say?
I think he's going to look good as a Cowboy. I think he's going to leave the team. I don't think they want AJ Brown, and I think he'll go to the Cowboys. That's my stab of the week.
Okay, I didn't think that was coming. Well, they seem to like that kind of character. I don't know who's the problem in this relationship.
I think it's AJ.
Maybe
Brown,
we need Lynn to go in and ask this question.
That is true. Yeah.
Who's angry at who here?
And I'm not a massive fan of Nick Sirianni's attitude anyway. We've talked about this last year.
He's too emotive. I don't like it.
He doesn't, and not in a positive way. Not like Lynn is. Lynn, the journalist. She's emotive in a great way.
Yeah.
Sirianni's a little bit of a grumpy bum. But there's definitely something going on there. And then I saw more Philadelphia hate on Nick Sirianni, more blame being poured down in it. Like that. Like he didn't just win a Super Bowl less than 12 months ago.
We get out of this round and it's like, I know everyone just had Christmas, but it feels like it's the extra chat where everyone's bitching about the person they hated at Christmas. I feel like there's
my uncle's not here anymore, so I'm going to whinge about Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, everyone's just done, and like the extra chat group's just teeing off. I'm sick of him. I'm glad I don't have to see him for another 12 months. What a jerk. I'm done with this. But the side chat is out of control at the moment. I don't know who I'm supposed to hate. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. But everyone's looking for someone to blame in these times, and we'll just see how long it lasts, Sobby. We'll see if we're talking Nick Sirianni coaching trouble. I don't see it happening, personally.
Well, I know who to blame in the next game if you're ready to move forward.
Sadly, we will move forward. Of course, we have to talk about it. Thank you to everyone who reached out in actual kind messages of support. Some of them weren't supportive, from our fellow Raiders fan, from Dirk. He was absolutely panning me at some point.
Who fed that beautiful video to our group? I like that video, actually. It was quite funny.
He did, though, send me a nice video, which is just the feeling now that your team's out of the playoffs and you can relax and enjoy some football. I was not enjoying this game before it started. I did not enjoy this game when it ended. And during the middle, I thought it was probably the worst game of football I've ever watched. Took the win over the Chargers. Chargers handed it to them 16-3. Nothing could get going for the Bolts on this side. Hulmy, how do you feel? Where are you?
Let's unload on the Chargers first before we give our kudos to the Patriots, because it was an outstanding performance by them. There was a point where I wanted to turn the TV off because I thought if I did that, it would actually end the game and Herbert could get off the field. That's where my brain got to. I was just at the moment of I think we can forfeit. I don't want to see any more of this.
I did turn the game off in the fourth, and then I waited for 2 minutes, and I was like, no, I have to turn it back on again.
Yeah,
and I watched it, and it hurt.
It was slightly too close. It was slightly too close to turn off.
I wasn't turning it off because I thought we'd
I blame the Bears for this. I blame the Bears. I think any team can come
possible.
back now. There is no one coming back for that one. Disappointing. The O-line issues showed up in a big, bad, and ugly way.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, geez, he got sacked 6 times.
Felt like 20.
11 hits, extra.
And look, to be honest, half of them were probably his fault for trying to Josh Allen from the first quarter. Like we saw when they got that intercept in the first quarter, I want to say, to try set the tone of the game, put points on the board. Out of the 4 plays they ran, Herbert took it himself 3 of those times. Didn't even give it to his running back. And, fair crack, good effort. I agree with going for it both of those times. I was all on board with that. But it was, Look, I saw a lot of hate about Herbert online, and I will obviously defend that man till the day I die. You can't shit on a quarterback who has the worst ranked O-line in the league in the playoffs. You just can't blame him for all of that.
I don't know why Instagram does this to me, but there's some guy out there who just shits on our O-line every time. And every time I open it, it'll be like, and the game was over when it started. Look at this O-line. How disgusting is it? And I'm like, God, I know, but just give us a moment of just that was appalling. Some of the gaps though, some of them were getting Herbert can get critique, sure, but he would have been 100%. Fearing at every moment that someone had slipped the O-line. Yeah. It was not a safe space for him.
It was tough. It was rough. I got to be honest, I was surprised we got there with the O-line, that we even got into the playoffs. I didn't have high hopes at all, really. Just some of that miracle. Maybe it could happen.
Just maybe.
Maybe we could do it. And look, a lot of chat as well at the moment because that's Herbert's 3rd appearance in the playoffs with 0 wins, which, as everyone thankfully is pointing out on social media, exact same way Peyton Manning started. So let's hope it continues on the same track.
There's always a stat with that supporters. There's always a stat.
But let's talk about the Patriots looking very much like the team to beat going into these playoffs. Everyone's talking Drake May, the new Brady. They had it in Boston. Can't believe I can't remember the name of the field.
Actually, I know it's in Boston, but I don't know the name of it.
It's not technically in Boston either. It's in somewhere else. Anyway.
At a stadium.
At a stadium, actually, is where they played the game. And they had a massive home crowd who were ready to rein in the new era, homie. And I don't think they played that, I'm perfectly honest. But it could just be debut jitters for the playoffs for Drake May.
I think the end result has blurred a little bit of people's understanding of this game because Drake May was not good. Yes, he came into the game, but the Chargers also went out of the game.
Yeah, Chargers defense did go pretty hard. I will say that.
Yeah, both defenses were outstanding. I think this is the game where it shows you though the Patriots, while they missed some plays, turned up with intensity. Yeah. Like the intensity they brought towards Herbert, as soon as they tasted blood in the water, it was ruthless.
I think these were the biggest hits of the weekend from both sides, like Chargers D and Patriots D. I thought biggest hits of the weekend I saw. Yeah. It was tough. And I think honestly, I'm kind of happy for the Pats to have gotten that out of their system. I do think this is a team that Vrabel can pull together in week 2. With the Bears, as you said, they're going to be 4th quarter heroes or 1 quarter heroes, wherever they decide to put it. The Pats, I can see pulling it together. And I'm a little bit more interested in seeing how they come up against in the divisionals.
Yeah, it's a good one. You are right. It's a good one to just get away with.
Yeah.
You know what?
You should have won, but it shouldn't have looked like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't have looked like that. And he's now, he knows he's got to play a win in his first try. Well done. But I think it lets them get into the playoffs and now they can hopefully find some momentum because, Vrabel had them dialed up.
Yeah, outcoached too. I think, and that's where a lot of things are coming down to is people saying the offensive plays weren't correct or weren't best from the Chargers. But I think more of a point is the Patriots were extremely well coached and they have been all season. I'm ready for something special too. I reckon there's going to be some fun. We're going to see some trick plays starting to pop out soon.
There was a play they pulled out from like Brady era.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah. I was like, we're starting to see it, Kad. We're starting to see
the playbook's opening up. And then we've got one more game, Hulmy. And
we're good, mate. We're good. We're done.
Well, pretty much, I got to say, this game was horrendous. This was the worst game of football.
What a stinker.
And I only started in the second half, and I messaged a buddy in the States, and I said, hey, what's been happening? And he goes, the Texans should be winning by 20. Watch the next play and tell me if you think this is good football. It was awful. I've never seen CJ Stroud so panicked, shaky, mistake-ridden, the weirdest turnovers. This did not look like a playoff game. Like, at all.
Yeah. Number one, Sandy, she gave me a quick call. I think she needed to debrief this one. She was like, this is horrendous. I've never heard her with that language, Kat.
Yeah, that's a big dirty cuss word for Sandy.
Yeah, she was like, that was a terrible game. I'm upset about this. They should never put that on TV. I had to agree. I was obviously caught at work and I went into a meeting and it was 7-6. I come out, it's 36.
Yeah. Again, the score does not reflect how good the Texans were this game because they were not.
I get home and I watch the last quarter and I'm disgusted. I felt every sentiment of number one, Sandy. This was not worthy of TV. This was not worthy of the
Full
players.
credit to the Texans defense, though.
Yeah.
Give it up for those boys. Was it Rankin, the big D linesman, taking it in for a tutty? Big man
ball. And you know how much I love the big uglies getting down the field. Like, that was fun as. But I was even surprised to find out that the 30 points were scored by the defense of the Texans. It was not the offense that scored the points. I was very confused by this game. Doesn't give me hope for the future for both teams. And that offense cannot show up again.
These things we're just talking about, Patriots, Chargers, Steelers, and Texans, that's what I said at the top of the show. The Panthers, in my mind, could have whooped all of them if they played the way that they did. This was just an appalling kind of showdown here. Texans, I kind of had you as a little underline, not as my favorite, but as someone to watch. Do something next week, please. Do something better than that. I think CJ, I don't know if their O-line problems are as bad as the Chargers. Maybe they've got the first worst O-line in the league, but it was some scary times. So moving on from that, homie, we're at the hour now. Let's take a quick break and let's talk about the previews from next week. All right. Here we are.
1 hour in.
1 hour in. God.
You know, this is the weirdest thing about us. There's less games now, and we're taking more time. What is wrong with us? It is so confusing what we do.
We do have a magic ability just to hit just over an hour, probably an hour and 10, I think, every week. And we're not even editing that much these days. So.
Nah,
we're getting the real experience, everyone.
Yeah, that's right, everyone. I'm pronouncing.
Did you mispronounce pronouncing?
Edit that out, please, God. Damn it.
Absolutely not.
And I'm stopping. Please, move on.
Okay. Let's put something a little bit more distracting up there for you, homie. We've got the divisional round coming in. Went from 6 games last week to 4 games this week, which is a little bit upsetting. It is dwindling. But we're going to kick it off, homie. We still got 2 games on the Sunday, which I'm stoked about. My Sunday is free. Also, we should have a chat to see if we can figure out to do the Twitch thing. Are you doing anything on Sunday afternoon?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm free.
Wait, I might be busy on Sunday afternoon. How rude. Just made you say you were free, but like, oh, actually, I've got plans.
What's the one after this conference? Yeah, maybe it might be a 2027 thing. Oh, we should do, that'd be a good one, actually. That'd be good. I'd like that. Yeah.
I think could be one of the games of the season, homie. I think a game of the playoffs, potentially. It feels like a conference championship come early. Where do we start with this one?
Well, welcome back, number 1 seeds. Welcome back. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen you in the playoffs. I will preference every game is an elimination. I get asked this a lot. Like, it's like, do you get a second chance? Because
not at all. No.
It's elimination.
What dumb sport does that?
AFL.
Dumb.
NRL.
Dumb.
Yeah, I don't know about the rugby union. I don't think they have playoffs. I'm so excited about this game. It feels odd to have the Bills going to Mile High.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It feels odd to have Broncos.
It feels like the Chiefs should have left
team.
and the Bills should have taken the throne in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember, I want to discuss something after this, a little breakdown as well. But the Broncos, they boast one of the best defenses in the competition. They just allowed 18.3 points per game in the regular season. Now they come up against Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to think he can replicate what he did last week.
But he just does it so consistently in my mind.
I know.
So I think he can, but it's interesting. I've been trying to kind of look back on the Broncos, and I'm going to do that for the rest of this week, is kind of watch a few of their most recent games. Because I'm hearing a lot from friends and other commentators and pundits of this fraudulence. They think the Broncos are frauds and are just muscling through these games. Now, we had the same claims of the Patriots earlier this season. It might just be a thing that the haters have out there. But I'm really interested to see, will the Bills pull it together? Can they show the maturity of, hey, we've been in the playoffs a bunch. We know how to run this. And we know how to win games close in the last few minutes. I think the Broncos are the other best team at doing that in my mind. They're the best 2-minute winning teams.
I think it's mean that we laud the Texans for their top defense and then we don't give the Broncos the same sort of credit.
Yeah.
It's their offense just does just enough.
Yeah,
they
step
up in the big moments. They take the 2-minute drive. They win the game.
Yeah,
I think they're going to look for that kind of performance again. I think they're going to try and take the moments. And we've learned in this playoff series that all you got to do is take the moments, and it's yours. The game's yours.
I think this will come down to, as you said, that last 2 minutes, the players stepping up, but more importantly, in my mind, it comes down to a coach off. I think with the two teams that are so skilled in getting down to the 2 minutes and managing that so tightly, that you have coaches who are so cognizant of clock and time management, of your timeouts, of your out routes, of the plays you're going to run in that 2-minute drill to run the clock down and defend the time you need or the time you want to get rid of. I think that's where it's going to come down. And I don't know, between them, I feel pretty even about McDermott and Peyton. I feel they could go either way. Both of them are very experienced. They're not exactly lauded as the McVays or Andy Reids, but they're very good coaches.
I always get nervous about teams coming off the bye. I think it ruins momentum.
Yeah, I agree.
But I trust Peyton will have them ready. I trust he will have them ready. He's an experienced coach.
Yeah.
But I am uncomfortable with the bye.
And they're a systematic team. Like they do run kind of on schedule, on time, structured. And I'm feeling if any system's going to support it, but I am with you. I don't like it. It makes me more nervous for the next game we're going to talk about, which is the Seahawks versus the Niners. Seahawks NFC number 1 seed. That's at midday on Sunday. So we get an AFC and an NFC. Seahawks coming off the bye week. That's who I'm nervous about when they come up against the 49ers. Could be the edge that the 49ers need. They might be broken, but they're not cold.
Yeah, and they've played each other very recently. Week 18, I don't know if you remember that matchup. It was for the number 1 seed. The Seahawks smacked them.
Yeah. And
13-3, but they smacked them. All across the field. Purdy and Kittle and the Niners. There's no Kittle now. I just think, yes, as long as we don't have a glitch from the Seahawks, their defense is even better than the Broncos. 17.2 they've been averaging this season. I really hope they turn up. I really hope the Seahawks turn up.
I think so too. This could be a very one-sided game. Is this always this fight with the 49ers that they just have the heart in them? I think, as we said, we look on paper, I think the Seahawks could just easily take care of business. And if they're a Super Bowl team, they should absolutely take this one.
Yeah, it feels like a pen in the Seahawks. And that's my fear.
Yeah.
I hope they don't have that feeling. I hope they turn up ready to go. I hope they turn up, a young, not quarterback, but coach as well. Mm-hmm. Turn up and perform.
Just get it done.
Wipe them out and move on to your next game.
Yeah, don't let Robert Saleh be the focal point.
If he's getting too much airtime, you're in big trouble. That's the problem. And Sam Darnold also just do the min. Just do the minimum.
Just do a minimum. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to do more. I
don't think he can, but just do the minimum, Sam. All right, we'll move it on. We got on Monday, 7 a.m., the Patriots versus the Texans. It's the second AFC game here. I mean, both teams, I think, underperformed. We can say that pretty confidently. And I don't know. My heart sits with the Patriots in this one. And they played the best out of the two teams. I know the Texans ended up running up the score. But can this Texans defense, all the credit that we're giving them, homie, put some pressure on the Patriots like the Chargers did?
I have to say they underperformed on offense. I think both defenses were strong enough. I think it's going to be a battle of offense here. Mm-hmm. Drake May threw 2 intercepts.
Yeah.
And CJ is coming off 3 turnovers. He also had some weird, there's a weird stat rolling around about his fumbles or something as well.
They were the most ugly turnovers ever, to the fact that they can't be recreated. I feel he hoped that's all out of his system.
Yeah, I feel like you can't play worse than that.
Yeah, honestly.
And that's the benchmark.
And still win a game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really just looking for offense who can protect the ball more. The defenses are going to be strong for both teams. Based on that, though, I'm going with the Pats. They've been consistent all year, but
yeah,
you want to see the Texans in this game, but it feels like the Pats are the stronger team overall.
I'm with you here. I do like the Texans as a cheeky underdog, but I will take the Pats 100% for the win here, which is meaning that we're kind of. Do we make a decision between Broncos and Bills?
Nah. We did not. Got away with it, Kad.
Yeah,
Why would
good.
you bring it
Sorry.
back up? Why would you bring it back
I
up?
was just going to say, we
I'm going for the Bills because
I'm going for the Bills, yes.
yeah. The I have been waiting for Bo Nix to shit the bed,
He's due for one, due for a loss.
and I haven't had it all year, and
Okay.
I
So
didn't
you
want to
think-
verbalize it, but I feel like he's a risk one for the shit in the
Okay.
bed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. It might not
Yeah.
be this week, might be next week, but we'll see what happens.
Might be a Super Bowl.
Might be the Super Bowl. God. All right, then let's go to the final game. We've got the Bears versus the Rams. Now, I am probably more excited about this game than any other, Hulmy. I know the Rams are the overlords. I know that they're meant to be the favorite from mid-season. The Bears are plucky. They're wily. They somehow managed to scrape a win over the Packers. Can they put it together? Can they? Do they have a chance of beating the Rams on Monday at 10:30?
Yeah, based on the performance the Rams put up against the Panthers, there's a chance. Like we Panthers did what they needed to. They got in the game, but they tested them. The Panthers tested them. They gave the Bears a look at what you can do against the Rams. Their defensive backs didn't cover.
Yep.
And I think the Bears can make some chaos.
I think they've got the playbook to exactly exploit that. 100%. And just for everyone as a reminder, the first game for Monday is at 7 a.m. And I'm just clocking this. The Monday second game, the primetime game, is at 10:30. Not at the lunch
Is there an
break.
overlap?
It's at 10:30 a.m. It would just overlap depending if it's going as
Back
lot of
to back.
penalties. It'll be back to back, so it won't be in your lunch break on Monday. So be like Hulmy, get it on in your office. I'm going to be cheering for the Bears on this one, but I think either way, whichever team wins, I'm going to be happy or stoked for him.
I must say, the first half, Caleb Williams last week he was a bit whiny.
Yeah.
I thought we went back.
The old Caleb came.
Yeah, it was. I was telling Pearson, I'm like, yeah, this is not good. He's looking a little bit whiny, and I don't like Caleb Williams like that. Fourth quarter, Caleb Williams, play the whole
Boss
game.
dog, let's go.
Yeah.
I get it. He's got your
do it.
matcha latte and your earphones with wires, even though technology has advanced.
That's right. You're fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do whatever you
but,
want.
I'm excited by the games. Which is your favourite of the bunch? Which one are you most dialed in for?
Look, Broncos-Bills feels the most personal to me, but Bears-Rams, I think that's the one I really got to lock in on.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on those.
Yeah.
It's been interesting so far. The whole playoffs, everything's been outdoors.
Yeah, it's true.
No roost at all.
I'm excited, but where does this go, Hulmy? Can you tell me? I don't know if you talked about it last week at the end of the app or anything, but do you have a Super Bowl prediction? You've seen 1 week. You haven't seen the number one seeds, but there you go.
Yeah, I've actually been getting asked this a bit, and to be truthful, I can't see a winner. Like in the fairest, like not sitting on the fence, but I can't see an outlier.
Standout, like an absolute standout.
Like I'd say, I'm going to pen them. I feel like everyone has a shot on their day. I do think the Seahawks have the easiest run in.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can make the Super Bowl easier than the others.
Yep.
And I feel like if the Bills, I'll probably say this every week, if they get over the Broncos, I think they're in.
Interesting.
Like that's. I think they'll wipe out the Pats if they get against the Pats. That's my feeling.
I really like that because that's not how I feel, but it's how I want to feel.
Yeah.
I'm going Pats Rams for the Super Bowl, I reckon. But the Patriots win, which is, it's going to feel a little dirty, but I'm going Patriots Rams with the Patriots win. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's just where it is. Yeah, it's funny. Like you've got two teams that are coming back for. Well, the Patriots haven't won a playoff game since their last Super Bowl was 6 years, maybe 5-6 years, and then the Rams only won their last Super Bowl like that year, the year after, or whatever it was, not too long ago. But I'm not mad about the Rams coming back for a Super Bowl. I'm happy for Matt. Like I want Matt Stafford to get it. Whereas the Patriots, I am a little shitty that their dynasty gets to get one so quickly.
There's a part of me that I'm still in the tailwind of the Chargers loss. So there's the Niners, the Broncos, the Pats, the Rams at the moment can all piss off for me. I don't want any of their supporters to have joy.
Yeah.
But I'm really comfortable with any of these teams making the Super Bowl. The Niners is my question mark because if you're not healthy, don't make it. Like that's I want a good game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long they can hold on for, but the rest of them exciting. There's a lot to happen.
You're right though. Once your team goes out, you're like, just give me a good game. Like I very much enjoyed the crushing last year, but it wasn't a great game. Give us a good game. We're due for one.
Yeah, we're ready for a good one. I'll give you the rundown of the Australians left in the competition if you want.
Go for it.
I forgot Mitch Wisnowski's at the Bills.
He's
there. Dicko, obviously, at the Seattle Seahawks. Tory Taylor at the Bears. And Jeremy Crashaw at the Broncos. And Patrick Miltor was on the practice squad there. So we've got a bit of Aussie flavour there. And,
we're just all up in these playoffs, aren't we?
Yeah, and I'm always looking for 2 Aussies in the Super Bowl because it's a guaranteed win there. So
there we go. Hulmy looking for the guaranteed win. We've got to wrap it up, Hulmy. We are an hour and quarter past. We've got to go, but everyone enjoy the football this week. Remember, Sunday 8:30, Sunday midday, Monday 7 a.m. and Monday 10:30 a.m. 4 games of football. Homie, check the socials, everyone. Potentially, we're going to be doing a live stream where we'll be watching the game with you with a morning coffee on Sunday. If you can make it, we'll put the link up to see if we can make it simple. We've never done it before, but come hang with us. Could be fun.
Yeah, and I never have a problem with technology, so it will go perfectly, Kat. Perfectly. There'll be no connection problems at all. No problems at all.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Welcome back.
Thank you.